The man who changed the world without force. The incredible story of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, whose full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, was one of the most influential figures of the 20th century. He is known for leading India in its struggle for independence from British rule through the philosophy of nonviolence, ahimsa, and civil disobedience. Born on October 2, 1869, in Porbandar, in the state of Gujarat, Gandhi played a crucial role in transforming India's political and social landscape and inspired civil rights movements worldwide. Childhood and education. Gandhi was born into a Hindu family of the merchant caste. His father, Karamchand Gandhi, was the Prime Minister, Diwan, of Porbandar, and his mother, Putlabai, was deeply religious, which strongly influenced the young Gandhi in his spiritual convictions. At the age of 13, he was married to Kasturba Gandhi in an arranged marriage, following the traditions of India at the time. In 1888, at the age of 18, Gandhi travelled to London to study law at University College London. During this period, he was profoundly influenced by the writings of authors like Henry David Thoreau and Leo Tolstoy, whose ideas of peaceful resistance shaped his philosophy. After completing his studies, Gandhi returned to India, but soon moved to South Africa, where he would spend 2 decades and begin to articulate his fight for justice. Activism in South Africa. South Africa was where Gandhi began to form his ideas about social and political activism. In 1893, upon accepting a legal job in Durban, he encountered the harsh reality of racism and discrimination against Indians and other non-European peoples. A pivotal incident occurred when he was thrown out of a first-class train carriage reserved for whites, despite holding a valid ticket. This event was a turning point in Gandhi's life, prompting him to fight for the civil rights of Indians in South Africa. Gandhi founded the movement of peaceful resistance known as Satyagraha, which means truth force. He led campaigns against discriminatory laws, such as the requirement for special registration of Indians and other restrictions on rights. His work culminated in several important victories, such as the 1914 agreement, which improved the conditions of Indians in South Africa. Return to India and the fight for independence. Gandhi returned to India in 1915 and quickly became involved in nationalist movements against British rule. He became one of the leading figures of the Indian National Congress, the main political organization of the time. His approach was clear: peaceful civil disobedience. Gandhi believed that India could achieve independence through nonviolent means, rejecting the use of force as a method for achieving political goals. In 1919, Gandhi organized a massive campaign against the Rowlatt Act, which allowed the British to imprison people without trial. The brutal British repression, culminating in the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, in which hundreds of peaceful protesters were killed, boosted support for Gandhi's cause. In response, he launched the non-cooperation movement in 1920, encouraging Indians to boycott British institutions such as schools, courts, and industries. Salt March and civil disobedience. One of the most iconic moments of Gandhi's leadership was the Salt March, held in 1930. In protest against the British monopoly on salt production, Gandhi and his followers walked more than 240 miles to the coast of Dandi, where they made their own salt. This simple yet symbolic act captured the imagination of millions and became a powerful example of civil disobedience. The campaign directly challenged colonial authority and drew international attention to India's independence cause. World War II and the Quit India campaign. During World War II, Gandhi intensified his campaign for independence, arguing that Indians should not support the British unless they were granted freedom. In 1942, he launched the Quit India movement, demanding the immediate withdrawal of the British. Although the movement was violently repressed and Gandhi was imprisoned, the campaign marked the beginning of the end of British rule in India. Independence and partition of India. India finally achieved independence on August 15, 1947, after decades of struggle under Gandhi's leadership. However, independence came with the tragic division of the country into 2 states, India and Pakistan, leading to one of the largest forced migrations in history and violent sectarian conflicts between Hindus and Muslims, something Gandhi deeply lamented. He devoted himself to trying to promote peace between religious communities, undertaking fasts as a form of protest against the violence. Assassination and legacy. On January 30, 1948, Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated by Nathuram Godse, a Hindu nationalist who opposed his policy of reconciliation with Muslims. Gandhi's death shocked the world and brought a tragic end to the life of a man who had dedicated his existence to peace and justice. Gandhi's legacy continues to influence civil rights and social justice movements globally. His philosophy of satyagraha inspired leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr. in the United States and Nelson Mandela in South Africa. Gandhi is widely regarded as a peace icon and an unwavering defender of human dignity. This detailed view of Gandhi's life explores not only the major historical events but also his life philosophy, which remains relevant to contemporary challenges of the fight for rights and freedom.